Okay, so the first thing we need to do for our bunting is cast on 13 stitches. So the first thing you'll need to do is make a slip knot. You do that by just making a twisted loop like that and then grabbing the tail of the wool through the centre of the loop and then just gently pull it closed and you'll have a little loop like that. Put that on your left hand needle. Then we're going to go in with our right hand needle front to back through that loop. We are then going to pass the wool around in an anti-clockwise direction around the back needle. Pull that through, so pull the right needle through the loop that is on your left hand needle, and as it emerges you'll see that it has a new stitch on it. There it is. Pop that on your left hand needle, so you now have 2 stitches. We need 13 of those, please. So front to back, round, through, and pop it on. There we go, 13 stitches. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to knit 1 row and purl 1 row first of all, which is standard stocking stitch. So knit, you go front to back, right hand needle through the first stitch. As you did when you were casting on, wrap the wool anti-clockwise around the back needle. Pull it through, but this time you're going to just scooch this stitch off the left hand needle so it's transferred to the right. So through, round, over, off. Through, round, over, off. All the way to the end. Going to pull that tail just to tighten that end stitch. There we go. So we've knitted a row there. Now we're going to purl. For purl you go in through the front of the stitch, so like that, and then put the wool around the needle over the top of it like that, and then you pull that through so that your new stitch is on your right hand needle, and then you just scooch that stitch off the left. So you're going through the front, round, out and off. Front, round, out and off. Carry on like that to the end. If you're new to knitting, you will notice that this side, the purl side, is bobbly, and then when we go to the other side, the knit side, it will look like V's, and that is stocking stitch. There we go. So we've knitted 1 row, we've purled 1 row, and now we're going to start decreasing because we need a triangle. So the way we do that is we decrease differently on each side so that we get a nice neat decrease. On this first end, we're going to slip one stitch, which means you don't knit it, you just transfer it to the other side. Then knit the next stitch. Then pass this first stitch over the second one. So just put your left hand needle in, hook it over. There you go, you've decreased one stitch. Knit to the last two stitches now. So in, round, over, out, in, round, over, out. And then on the last two stitches, you're going to decrease by knitting them together. So put your right hand needle through both stitches from the bottom. Wrap round, over and out. So you've now decreased 2 stitches. You'll have 11 stitches left on your needle now. Then you're going to just purl back. So all the decreasing is happening on the knitted side. The purl side is always just a straight purl row. So just purl along. You'll be absolutely thrilled how quickly these knit up because we're using such thick wool and such big needles. It's really satisfying. It won't take us very long at all. So purl back. Then we're going to decrease again. So slip one stitch, knit one stitch, slip, pass, slip, stitched over. That is a mouthful. You'll see it on patterns as PSSO, pass, slip, stitched over. I can't say it. Pass, slip, stitch over. There we go. Something like that anyway. Oi. And knit the last two together. So every knit row from now on we are decreasing at the beginning and at the end. Then purl your way back. And if you're wondering, my cardigan is knitted exactly the same way as this on 12mm needles, super chunky wool. This wool is called Sublime Lola by Cedar, and yeah, it just knits up really super quickly. So if you're a beginner and you'd like to knit a cardigan, dead easy on these big needles with big wool. So we're on the knit row again, so we're just slipping one, knitting one, pass, slip, stitched, no, pass, slipped, stitch, over. There we go. Only took me about 6 attempts to say it right. Knit to the last two again, and knit them together. Then we purl back. Then slip one. Knit one, pass it over, knit to the last two, knit them together, purl, slip one, knit one, pass it over, knit 1, knit 2 together, purl 1, 2, 3, and let's have a look how we're getting on. So as you can see, we've decreased beautifully each side, and now we've come to our last 3 stitches. We're going to slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 1, pass stitch over, and there we go. We are left with 1 stitch on our needle. So we just need to cut our wool off and then pass that wool through the loop, gently pull it to close it off, and there you have your finished flag. So repeat that process with whatever colours you've got. If you've got the colours of the rainbow, brilliant. So carry on knitting your flags. You'll want to, with a tapestry needle or just with your fingers because it's so thick, weave in that tail just in and out of the stitches behind, and then snip it off to neaten. And then with the tapestry needle again, you can join all your flags together using the tail that you cast on with, and you will have a lovely, super easy, lovely, chunky, knitted string of bunting, and you'll have knocked it up in no time. Okay, so there you go.